So we really haven't done much ADV content here on ADV Daily, funny enough. I had a Super Tenor for all about a week. But this video isn't about me, it is about the fact that there are some really good deals out there right now, and if you are in the market for an ADV bike, there is no better time than now. So I am an avid marketplace user. I spend way too much time on there, and I buy, sell a lot of different things. I'm actually responding to a message right now. Give me a sec. Long story short, that is where the deals are found. So if you don't have a Facebook, you got to start there. You can make a profile just for doing marketplace deals. I know a lot of people are anti-Facebook. Trust me, I don't love it. But at the end of the day, marketplace was a gift from the Zuck that is still pretty good. It's gotten a lot worse. There's a lot of people out there that are just shopping and like to message you and waste your time. But apart from that, that is where I've found all of the best deals. Craigslist seems to be overpriced. I think a lot of that has to do with mostly the older generation that's using it, and they go based off of the Kelley Blue Book value, which in today's times isn't really accurate. But over the past few months, I have started to notice prices coming down quite a bit. So I've got a list of 5 different adventure bikes that if you're in the market for, I highly recommend checking out, and there are some really good deals out there right now. The first being the Africa Twin. So back when they came out with the redesign with the 1000cc model back in 2016, I believe the MSRP was around $15,000. So I know there's a bunch of different configurations in each of these bikes that I'm going to be talking about. You know, you can get ABS, no ABS, different kinds of electronics, but at the heart, you're still getting the same bike. You know, we're coming up on 7, almost 8 years of that bike being out, so the prices have gone down quite a bit, and I'm seeing options for under $10,000. And to me, you get a lot of bike for that. So we're actually going to pull up Marketplace right now on screen and show you some of these deals. So I've got a few saved. Let's bring up this first one. Boom. $8,000 for a 2016 Africa Twin. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of these adventure bikes have not been ridden like adventure bikes. I would say 99% of the adventure bikes that I look at have barely seen off-road. This one, no exception. It is super clean. He didn't have the best pictures, but you can tell just by zooming in that there's never been any kind of buildup of mud on that header pipe. All of the plastics look to be in good condition. Come on, $8,000 for an Africa Twin? Get out of here. Akrapovic exhaust, hard bags, look at all of these mods. I mean, that is why I like buying things used. Surprised it's still on here, to be honest. It's been listed for over a month. He's gone down from 10,000 to 8,000. Garage kept, 0 issues. Come on, there's no better time to buy a bike, I'm telling you. Let's move on through the list. I've got 5 of these twins saved. Look at this, $8,400, another 2016, 12,000 miles, original owner. Number 3, we've got a 2017. Oh, look who it is. We got a 2017 model going for $8,000. You can talk him down a little bit more from that. I would offer this guy $7,500. See where he's at. But once again, it's got a bunch of mods, same exhaust on there, Tusk panniers, just a whole bunch of good stuff for $8,000. Number 4, we got a 2017 in red for $8,250 asking price. Little higher mileage, but still looks to be in really good condition. Ooh, I like the red. I think out of all of them though, I like that grayish black, or even the white is pretty cool. Last one I got saved, another red one. This one has around 10,000 miles for $8,500. Some really good deals on Africa Twins right now. So when using Marketplace, I usually set the radius for around 100 miles of my base location, and you gotta be willing to drive for a good deal. You know, if you got your eyes set on something, it's worth it to drive a few hours to get what you want and get the better deal. Don't worry about the gas money. It's irrelevant at the end of the day when you're getting the bike that you want with the mods that you want for a better deal. All right, so this is a bike that was released recently, so there aren't as many good deals, but I have seen them jump below MSRP finally, and that is the Yamaha Tenor 700, another ADV bike that I highly recommend. For the money, that is pound for pound one of the most capable off-road adventure bikes on the market. I mean, look at all the stuff that Pol Tars is doing on his T7. It is absolutely insane. That T7 is very, very far from stock, but at the end of the day, you can do a lot of cool stuff on a stock T7 compared to some of the other heavier adventure bikes. So I've only got 3 saved here. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, this one's 10,000 $10,000. MSRP is $10,500. So when you buy one new with all the dealer fees and all that other stuff, you're probably looking at close to $12,000. I'm sure there have been people that have spent a lot more than that at dealerships. This one is going for $10,000. Beaver Creek, Ohio. We got 2,400 miles and a nice list of mods there. So that to me is worth it just on the mods alone. Number two, another $10,000. We got the white with the red. Good looking bike. Bunch of mods. Let's see what the last one is. Okay, guys, so I'm not trying to mess up your deal here, buddy, but this bike, I believe, has had an engine rebuild already. I believe this is the one that I saw that he posted talking about crankshaft failure, and I called him out on it, and then about an hour later he changed the description and completely took that out of there. Now that's definitely shady that he took that down, because if I'm buying a bike for this price that's almost new and it's already had a major engine overhaul, it was due to some kind of defect, but man, you should really disclaim that stuff. So even though he took it out of the description, maybe he's just following up in the messages saying, hey, this happened, it was under warranty, blah, blah, blah. Nothing common that I've heard from this engine. Maybe it was something that one of the techs messed up, I have no idea, but this has been painted as well. It looked like the front fairing has been painted with some kind of matte paint. So just beware, that's in Fairmont, West Virginia. If that's not the bike, clarify down in the comments. I'm not trying to screw up your deal, but I know one of those T7s, and I'm pretty sure it was that one that I saw, had a crankshaft done already. Moving on, this is a bike that is questionable to some, but I've read a lot of different reviews, watched a lot of videos, and that is the Harley-Davidson Pan America. So we've got a couple deals here. This one's going for $12,800. It's a 2021 model, and this is at a dealership too, so you can get financing, but that is a damn good price considering the MSRP is around $20,000 for these things. Number two, we've got a 2022 Pan Am Special going for $13,998. I don't know if this one is new. It says low miles. Okay, so this one's got 2,790 miles, and that's a pretty good price. There had been a couple that sold before I got a chance to make this video. Trust me, there's a lot of good deals out there on Pan Ams, and from what I understand, it's a solid adventure bike. All right, so we got two more on the list. Which do we want to start with? I guess I'll start with this to get it out of the way. That is the KTM 1290 Super Adventure or whatever the hell. It's been out for a while now, and there's some pretty good deals considering the MSRP, once again, is around $20,000 depending on how you spec it out. But right here, we got a 2018 model going for $9,500. I know this guy is taking a massive loss. I believe this one has pretty high mileage though. Yeah, this one has over 40,000 miles, but you get a hell of a bike for under $10,000. When they're working, they are probably one of the best of its size on the market. Read a lot of good things, but also a lot of people having issues sourcing parts, and then KTM just jumping into designing the next model and kind of leaving the old generations in the past. So just be careful with that. There's actually quite a bit out here. This one's going for $11,900. This one has lower mileage, I believe. 9,800 miles for $11,900. That is a steal with a bunch of modifications done. If you're in the market for a Super Adventure R, definitely recommend checking this one out in Cleveland. Two more here. This one's for 15 grand. It's newer. It's a 2020 model. It's got 3,000 miles on it. You're going to save a lot compared to new. And last but not least, another 9,500. This is actually a 1190R. There are so many different models of KTM adventure bikes, and I'm just referring to the newer generation of the KTM ADV bikes because I know in the early 2000s-ish, they weren't very reliable. They've come a long way, and like I said, they are some of the best in class, and they're starting to go down quite a bit in price. So last but not least, I had to put it on the list, and that is the current gen KLR 650. They moved to fuel injection in 2021. I think for a lot of people, it's a must-have. You're good for every elevation level. I've never had an injector clog up or had any kind of fuel issues. I've left bikes sit for a long time and they've always fired right up, versus I have messed with a lot of carburetors. So I think for most people, FI just makes sense. And the current gen KLR 650 not only looks pretty damn good, but is fuel injected. So let's look through some of these options. $5,500 for a 2022 model. Maybe that's when the fuel injection came out, was 2022. When did the KLR, 2022 is when the KLR became fuel injected. The MSRP is around $7,000, so for $5,500, you're saving a lot of money. This only has 300 miles on it. Yeah, there are some damn good deals going around right now for the current gen KLR. Moving on to the orange, 5,600, 800 miles. Like, guys, if you're looking for a solid adventure bike that is tried, true, reliable, and pretty capable off-road, this is a lot lighter than some of those other models. Yes, it's going to be down on power, being a thumper, and a lot of outdated technology, even though they did upgrade to fuel injection. It's still a solid bike. I would recommend this as a first bike if you are looking to get into the adventure riding space. You just want somewhere to start. Highly recommend the KLR 650. So as you can see, there are a lot of good deals going around on ADV bikes right now. It's a combination of things. It's getting close to winter, so people are trying to get rid of their inventory, and also I think the market is just leveling out as a whole. Thankfully, it's about time. And also some of these bikes are getting older enough to where there's just more options out there. A lot of these newer generation bikes, they've really got them dialed in, so they're just going to keep releasing the same things. Therefore, you can pick up a few year older model that's pretty much the same and get a really good deal. So it kind of pains me to watch all of these good deals go by and still not bite on one. Sooner than later though, we will have a full-size adventure bike and we'll be doing some pretty cool stuff. So let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see on Adventure Daily. Should I get an older Africa Twin? Should I get a brand new Transalp T7? And if you or anyone you know owns some of these bikes that I talked about, let me know your experiences down in the comments below. That is the best place to share information and really kind of separate the BS from the truth. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. I think I'm gonna make one with dual sports and dirt bikes as well, so expect that soon. But once again, if you are in the market, there is no better time to buy than now. Thank you for watching. If you are new, consider subscribing, and always remember to live free and adventure daily.